Hey everyone, it's Shadrow. In celebration of Animaltronics recently hitting 50,000 views on YouTube, I've decided to do a little commentary thingy for it, just to maybe explain a couple of the creative decisions behind the song and just whatever comes to mind. I don't really have any notes written down for this, so don't be surprised if this meanders around a little bit. So first of all, that intro thing that's just like ambient noise and then it increases in volume, that is the only spot in the whole song that has an actual sample from the video game, which is the when the animatronics scream. It's that sound reverse to go back to whatever the loudest point of the sound is. I had to turn it down quite a lot because that song is like clipped, not that song, that sound is clipped to shit, so I had to make it pretty quiet for it to be audible but not painful to listen to. Another point, a lot of people were asking why Freddy has a goatee, and I explained a couple times in the comments, but obviously not everyone's going to see that. The only reason he has a goatee is because the artist who made the piece realized that I have a goatee, and that's like unofficially my signature thing about my presence. And so they decided to add it in to be like, hey look, it's a Shadrow piece of art and not just a picture of Freddy. So it's basically just a visual nod to the fact that it's like my song and not just a picture of Freddy. A lot of people have also pointed out that Animaltronics isn't a real word. I am aware of that. It's just Animaltronics is much easier to write into a song than animatronic animals. And also puns. Like, it's kind of a thing that exists to play on words and such. Like, basically, it's called Animaltronics because I called it that on purpose, not because, oh, I didn't know that Animaltronics isn't a real word and I'm an idiot. So let's see, what else is there? The slow nature of the song was based on the job that your character has, in that since he's the night guard, it's kind of a, if he wasn't working at Freddy's, it would be a really slow and torturous job, and so it sort of meshes in with that, like, this is my job, I'm very bored, or whatever. And this part that's gonna happen just now, that was written specifically with the image in my head of you seeing Foxy, at least I think it's Foxy, running down the hall towards you. So it's sort of like this, oh no, Foxy's coming, and then like as soon as it goes back to the normal nature of the song, that's you close the door, so he's not an issue right now. Another point that sadly no one in the comments has pointed out, but I was really proud of doing in either way, was the main line of the chorus is, you can't stand up to these animatronics, and I wrote it that way because in the game you literally can't stand up. Like, you spend the entire game sitting in your office just pressing these buttons to keep the doors closed and the lights and everything like that. And so I thought that was, on my part, clever. No one else has noticed, so apparently it's not that clever, but what are you gonna do? Originally, the third instance of this guitar riff was supposed to be like a solo of some kind akin to Queens of the Stone Age, but I'm not that good at the guitar, so I just decided to do the riff one more time and just end it when everything else just goes damn. And all of those like little gurgling sound effects and stuff, those were just me going to the microphone, just going whatever. I had to experiment with that a little bit, because otherwise, sometimes if you put too much of your vocal cords behind it, it can sound too normal, like just someone literally standing there going so that was fun to experiment with. Another thing that a lot of people in the comments keep trying to pin down is who is singing the song, because I know some people have been like, Freddy's singing it, or oh, this is Foxy's theme song, or something like that. The song is sung from the point of view of someone unrelated to the events of the game. Like, it's more like an observer from the outside being like, oh shit, you're screwed, son, or whatever, like, as if a viewer of the game rather than the person playing the game itself. And I'm not 100% sure, based on the way that I wrote it, but I don't know if the song is meant to be treating the game as a game or as like an in-universe, this is Freddy's like you're gonna die kind of thing. So I don't know if the external narration is literally a person sitting behind the guy playing the game, or if it's just like this omnipresent voice just going like, oh shit son, you're gonna die because there's animals everywhere, oh no. And then obviously this fade to the music box sound is meant to represent that Freddy has like opened the door, or that the power has run out or something, and that basically game over, you're about to die. But I didn't know, I wrestled with putting in like a final like ah scream noise at the end, but every time I tried implementing it, it just didn't sound correct. Like it would sound like it was just forced in there rather than a natural like, oh shit, it ended. So I think that's about everything. I mean, the song's over now, so I can't really ramble on too much longer. So yeah, that was my really hastily put together and pretty meandery commentary for Animaltronics. And thank you all for enjoying the song so much. I wasn't expecting it to actually get that popular. I mean, it's nowhere near Tombstone's song, but it's still like, holy crap. And people have asked me whether I'm going to do a Five Nights at Freddy's 2 song. I'm not sure. Basically, that depends on if I can come up with anything. So, for the time being, no promises on a Five Nights at Freddy's 2 song. But if something, like if I suddenly get inspiration to create something, then sure, I'm up for doing it. It's just, I have to rely on that just spontaneously happening. So, don't hold your breath for something like that, basically. So, yeah, this has been Shadrow, and, bye!